So yeah, memberships will be starting soon, guys, in the next few weeks. Memberships will include finance readings, Native American Indian medicine wheel readings, which are, for your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Love readings will remain free. And I'll do a how-to read tarot guide as well, which is more methodical. What else do I want to say? Private readings at £18, turnaround time is 40 hours. You can email me, it's in the channel description, or you can IG or direct message on TikTok. Okay. How is Sagittarius feeling in this first week of November 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Sagittarius is feeling, first of all, please. The Magician upright. Okay. So the Magician has all 4 aces. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. So they have, with the Ace of Swords, you have intelligence, strategy, knowledge, research, communication. With the Ace of Wands, you have, the motivation, the drive, the ambition, the will, the courage. With the Ace of Pentacles, you might have the financial situation, the savings, the income. With the Ace of the generosity, with the Ace of, what have I got left? The Ace of Cups, you might have the patience. The emotional intelligence, okay, like forgiveness, staying calm, cool under pressure. It's about being very emotionally balanced, the Ace of Cups. So yeah, but the Magician has all the tools to succeed. Whatever you want to manifest, you can make it a reality, Sagittarius. Hi, Gurmeet. These are collective readings by zodiac sign, okay? So please no questions in the chat. 6 of Wands upright. And what have we got? The King of Wands reversed. The 6 of Wands is victory, success, recognition. It's like when you graduate from university and everyone's celebrating, or is it passing over ceremony, like when you are in the forces? I hope I got that right. Or, like you get certified in like a trade, that is just going to be like the best thing for you, for your business and whatever. In a love situation, it's more to do with like your person noticing you. It's more to do with getting attention from your person, feeling seen. The King of Wands, when the King of Wands is upright, the King of Wands is in their power. Kings and queens, they sit, they're fixed, they're immovable. Knights move, pages observe. Kings are in control, queens are in control. Like, a King of Wands is someone with passion, enthusiasm, confidence. That solar plexus is activated. They're very assertive. They know what they want and they know how to get it. When it's reversed, it could be someone who feels a loss of control. They don't feel confident. They feel unconfident. They feel insecure. Or it could be that they've become overbearing, domineering, overpowering. It's that King of Wands energy accented in that kind of over-the-top manner, like overbearing, domineering, pushing people aside, passionate, fiery, angry. So I don't know, because you've got the tools to succeed, But it's like, maybe it's like you'll do whatever it takes to get notice, to get victory, to get recognition from someone that you like. It could be like an over-the-top vibe. Or it could be, you know, struggling to be seen by your person despite having it all. They're not looking at you. Okay, so because that's upright, but this is reverse, it could be either or. I think you could be quite overbearing at the moment because you've got what you need to succeed. The magician's upright and victory and success and recognition's upright, but so I don't know if you're going to be like quite pushy. This isn't a live Q&A, guys. It's collective readings by zodiac sign. The love readings. You need to find another channel where they're doing a live question and answer session if that's what you're looking for. The world reversed. The world upright is, it's like a glass half full vibe. You know, when things have been tough, we can normally rationalize that after, you know, after a bit, things are going to improve because that's just the way that it goes. You know, after night comes day. After hard times, things get easier, things get better, everything changes. You can normally rationalize that when you're feeling down and go, do you know what, tomorrow it'll be better, or in a few weeks things will be different, or this time in a year my problems won't be the same ones and I will have good times again. When it's reversed, it's like glass half empty vibes. So it's like, why is everything bad happening to me? It's never going to get better. You know, this situation sucks and it's just always going to be like this. It's that kind of pessimism. And it's not necessarily imagined. It's not just our thoughts. It could, you know, feel like something's just been awful for a really long time. It's a major arcana, and in the story of the major arcana, when it's upright, the fool realizes that he must take life's rough with the smooth, and better days are coming. Okay, so, you know, perhaps that's what you're needing to understand, Sagittarius. Like, you've got to take life's rough with the smooth. You can't control everything. Even if you've got lots of good stuff going on, in terms of love, you can't control it. I'm sure better days will be coming. Hi, Dennis. This isn't a live Q&A though. Like, there's a lot of people putting questions in, but this is a collective reading for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, and it's a love reading. So if you're looking for specific answers to questions, a private reading is £18, and I can totally do career, education and finance. But yeah, they won't be answered in this live, just to let you know. Also, I'll be starting memberships in like 3 weeks' time, so you'll be able to get monthly career, education and finance readings as part of a membership, if that's something that matters to you. You'd also get the Native American Indian medicine wheel, which is for your overall like health, well-being, your connection to spirit, you know, physical, mental, emotional health, your relationship with spirit, and you'll get like how to read tarot as well. So yeah, memberships will be starting soon. So it might be, if you're really interested in career, education and finance and like non-love readings, memberships are a good one. But yeah, if you want a specific question answering, I can do a private reading. Right, your person, Sagittarius, is showing up as the Knight of Cups upright. The Knight of Cups is someone who's on the move. They're in active pursuit, and they're wanting to date or are dating. And they think that they could fall in love. You know, cups are emotion. So this person's not thinking in a purely passionate way, like a sexual way, and they're not looking necessarily to invest in a practical, like financial way. But they feel like you're very special and you're someone that they could fall in love with. There's an emotional connection there. It's that Romeo and Juliet card, you know, like it has to be Romeo, it has to be Juliet, no one else will do. It's very like dreamy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. So that's a really nice card to come out. The Two of Pentacles upright, the Two of Swords upright, Five of Wands reversed, Nine of Swords upright, and the Queen of Cups upright. Let's go through each one. So it's a combination. Two is a number of balance, okay, and Pentacles can be priorities. You see that there's two ships here. One is small, one is large. This one could be very heavy, but it's strong. It's got huge firepower. You know, this ship is light, so it moves much more quickly, but it can be blown to pieces easily. So it's like the eternal battle. You see the infinity sign here and his ribbon. The eternal battle, like which thing is going to win, which is going to be prioritized. The next card is the Two of Swords. Okay, so the Two of Swords is, it's when a choice needs to be made, but we're kind of in denial. Like, I don't want to deal with this. See how she's blindfolded? She doesn't want to deal with it. Hi Dennis, welcome to the channel. Hi Addy. Yeah, so this person is just like, I have no idea what to prioritize. I don't want to deal with this decision right now. Closed body language. Five of Wands reversed. The Five of Wands, when it's upright, sorry. The Five of Wands, when it's upright, is arguments, conflict. It could be internal conflict, like your own emotions, like mixed emotions about something. Yeah, some of it's good, some of it's not good. Or it could be conflict with others, like external conflict with other people. This person's trying to avoid conflict. They're trying to avoid conflict. They don't want a war, they don't want a battle, they don't want people falling out, people. The Nine of Swords upright is, the swords represent heavy thoughts, emotions. Nine means, you know, it's nearing the end of a cycle. This is something that's been a problem for a long time. It's causing a lot of anxiety, a lot of pain. You know, this person's tormented. The Queen of Cups is, she's upright. So this is about having calm emotions, being patient, being forgiving, open-hearted, generous of mind, generous in spirit. Being patient, being understanding, being forgiving, being calm. having a lot of love. It can be a card of healing. Why would there be all this trouble? You know, this card is so simple and so clear a message. It's like, I have romantic feelings for you. Like, I think you're very special. I feel like I could fall in love with you. I want to date you. And then we've got all this, like, tough decisions, mixed emotions, feeling stressed about it. Trying to be patient. Let's get one more. I watched a tarot read and I've realised that I've started to make like sounds like he does, like what do you think that means? And then I watch a tarot reader, he's female and she's Mancunian, Empress of Energy. And I definitely speak with quite a northern accent, but it's going more Mancunian because I watch her every day. The Three of Wands reversed and the Moon card reversed. So there's a lot of water here, isn't there? Because we've got Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then we've got the major arcana for Pisces with the Moon. The Three of Wands reversed. The Moon reversed. Okay, someone is completely paralyzed with fear. The Moon card, when it's upright, in the story of the major arcana, the Fool realizes that he must walk forwards anyway, even if things are in the dark, if things are not illuminated, we don't know what's ahead. That can create fear, but it doesn't mean that what's ahead is bad. We just don't know. So we must walk forwards anyway. That's the lesson in that part of the story, is we must walk forwards anyway. When it's reversed, the person is too fearful to proceed. This person is too fearful to proceed, okay? The Three of Wands, when it's upright, it comes after the planning stage. So in the planning phase, it's the Two of Wands, and we choose A or B, left or right, this plan or that plan. It's like being at a fork in the road and you're trying to prepare, you know, your route ahead. When you've decided, you get to the Three of Wands and you take action. Okay, so you start down that journey. This person's not doing that. They're just staying at that like fork in the road. And they're like, I ain't going because I could pick the wrong direction. Something could be not for me, or something could be too treacherous, too difficult. They're too fearful. Let's get three for the outcome. So really, I think you've got the tools to succeed. However, this person is stopping themselves from approaching you, and it looks like someone that is new, relatively new. They already know that they really value you. They think they could fall for you if they haven't already. But they're holding themselves back. They could be a water sign, they don't have to be. They could be a Pisces. They don't have to be. But they're all in their feels. They're quite anxious and worried about something. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands upright. Okay, so this is very Sagittarian energy. The Queen of Wands is very attractive. She sits in her power. She is the divine counterpart of the King of Wands. So you're showing up as the King of Wands. This person's showing up as the Queen of Wands, therefore. You're in your masculine energy, they're in their feminine energy. You literally suit one another. You're matching suits. The King and Queen of Wands are matching suits. your divine counterparts. Heavy fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. See, this person could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Do you see how they've gone from water to fire? It can't be you because you're here showing up as the King of Wands. So this has to be them. And they're upright, they're confident, they're looking good, they're feeling good, and they know what they want. Now they're going to take action. These are collective readings by zodiac sign and they're love readings, okay? So please don't put personal questions in the chat. If you want a private reading, details are in the channel description, or you can direct message on Instagram or TikTok. Memberships will include financial readings every month. They'll include like readings that are nothing to do with love, like the Native American Indian medicine wheel and a how to read tarot. So memberships will start in the next couple of weeks. Might be something that you want to consider. They're my most popular readings, those two, so that's why I've picked them for memberships. Love readings will continue to be completely free. They're collective, but they should make sense if you follow long term your sign and the sign of your person. You'll understand where things have come from and where things are going, and it should answer your questions anyway, to be honest. Right, in the outcome, the King of Cups. Guys, we've got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, and we've got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. What is going on here? You're showing up as like the perfect match. This is so weird. Look at this. This is so weird. In exactly the same position on either side, you've got the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. And then literally facing each other. They're facing apart there. They're facing, I don't know why I'm shouting, I'm getting excited. They're facing each other here. And we've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups. You've gone from fire to water. And they've gone from water to fire. And it's a really nice balance of feminine energy and masculine energy, actually. It's quite sexy, isn't it? As a couple. That's quite a nice match, that. I like it. So whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. You are someone who's very assertive, very attractive, and you know what you want and you make it happen. You have high energy, type A personality. This person, I know that's them, isn't it? That's them. You are that, but you're like, oh, I'm confused now. Yeah, that has to be them, because that's you. You are that personality, but you've gone from being your masculine energy to your feminine energy. So you've become very emotionally stable, very calm, very forgiving, very patient. I find that really attractive, that kind of vibe, because not a lot of people are like that. It's nice to be around someone who is upbeat, but it's also nice to be around someone who's kind of like calm, someone who can put the fire out, you know. We don't need drama. That's a nice balance. That's mad, that's mad, because they're like timelines and they run parallel to one another. And it's like you're changing places in the outcome. You've literally like swapped personalities. Do you think that's kind of cute because you kind of become what you admire in the other person, you kind of try to be more like that? That's kind of cute. That's kind of like proof that you have like huge respect for one another. You bring out the best in one another. This is a new person and they're going to bring out the best in you, and you're going to bring out the best in them. The Three of Swords reversed. This is going to heal you. Whatever you're upset over, it's going to heal your heartbreak from the past. They're quite dramatic, these cards. See that person? That's so dramatic, isn't it? You know, they're killing themselves. They're falling on their own sword. It's very self-sacrificing. This is recovery from heartbreak, heartache. Guys, this is therapeutic AF. Let's get messages from your person. What is it that this person really likes or loves about Sagittarius? Should I get no contact? Because there may have been a little bit of a gap in communication, but don't worry, like, it'll come back together. Whatever they were worried about, they're not anymore. They're not afraid in the outcome, so it'll happen like in the next week or could have already happened. Ghosted. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. Okay, so sometimes people disappear, but it's just to come back again. It's not that they're gone for good. Let me put the cards back where I found them because I'll lose them otherwise. Okay, what's this person like or love about you, Sagittarius? There's only you in my mind and in my heart. Yeah, they're locked in, like they want to lock it down and be exclusive. Me plus you equals power couple. Well, I'd say so, because you're both the King and Queen of Wands and the King and Queen of Cups. You're the perfect match. And a really nice balance of feminine and masculine energy. I have so much passion and desire for you, it drives me mad. They cannot keep away, like their passion is like driving them to take action and take leadership in this situation. Oof. Me and you equals power couple. I love that. Let's get more messages from them. Oh, hi, Mark. Ours fashion destination. It's not a reading where you put in personal questions. It's a collective reading, so you just watch it to see if it resonates. You can watch your sign or the sign of your person. I want to meet up with you. Hi, Stella. Okay, so what is it that was holding this person back? What were they worried about? They were worried that things were too complicated. Lots of twists and turns, a knotty situation, precarious, crumbling. What you've built feels like it's falling apart. It's okay. You have the strength to build anew. There seems to have been like some sort of complications. Things haven't run particularly smoothly so far. I don't know if there's something else going on, sort of in the wider picture, which has interrupted this. But they're going to step up, okay? Like, they don't want anyone else. They're going to take control and go for what they want. They've decided that you're the one for them, okay? My day's been good, thanks. Yeah, I've just started a new job, which I'm really grateful for. And everyone's been really nice so far. And they seem like a really organised school, so that's good. Bugaboo. Okay, so I don't know if in the past this person had to deal with people who have not brought anything to the plate financially. Divorce. Someone's going through a divorce. Envy. There could be jealousy. They could be worried about, you know, like if they're going to get challenged by anyone else that's involved with you. Love affair, secrecy, third party, hooking up, STD. So there could have been a bit of an overlap at some point, you know, like it just makes it really messy, really complicated. It's not the best time to be like dating. However, you meet people when you meet people. Most people are not looking and planning to have affairs. You know, it's kind of like the marriage isn't kind of doing what it was for the person, and it could have broken down years ago, but you're kind of obligated, aren't you? Like, obligation makes you stay, finances makes you stay, not wanting to upset your children makes you stay, people's expectations, our expectations of ourselves make us stay. You know, I don't know why we do it, but we kind of look upon it as an achievement to get married. And we look upon it as like a failure to get divorced, but it is what it is. Who knows? Love is complicated. Sometimes contracts have just expired, and sometimes, you know, we marry for the wrong reason, or sometimes the marriage has been great for a couple of decades, and then it's just for whatever reason, like you're just two people that were individual, you always have been, and you just don't relate to each other anymore. It's a long period of time. So I would see that as a success, even if you have to bring it to an end. Sometimes everything, you know, is not great in other aspects of our life, so we can't deal with a divorce on top of that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of emotional and financial pressure. How did we go from everything to nothing? Yeah, this person like could have just felt like there was bumps in the road like early on, and it could have really put them off, and they've just thought, oh, this is bad timing. You know, someone's getting divorced, they're getting divorced, or you're getting divorced. But they've realised it actually really suit each other. They realise you actually really suit each other. You bring out the best in each other. It's like brought out like complementary qualities in your kind of existing character. It's cute. It's really nice. I'll get you advice, but I don't think that I need to. I feel like this is like all good, but let's get advice anyway. I'm on Sagittarius right now. Yeah, it's gone like really gloomy. I was looking at the clouds when I was driving home down the motorway, and it's just like a sky full of rain just waiting to like bucket down. It looks really dramatic because it's blocking out all the daylight. Celebrate little things, okay? So you haven't got to have the big picture right now, and that's a good lesson for everyone. You know, it feels like we've got in our head how we want things to be, and it would be great if we could just have that like end result like straight away, but we never really get that in life, do we? It's like you chip away at stuff, or you incrementally add a little bit, or you have little wins, and then you reach that bigger picture like over time. So I think that's probably the message here. Enjoy some of the smaller, sweeter stuff. Like sometimes it's like someone's being a little bit thoughtful, you know, in something that they do for you, or something that they say to you, or something that they present you with, something that they arrange for you, and you just think, oh, that's really thoughtful. Like I'm important to that person. Like appreciate the little things, okay? Because there's obviously some pretty major stuff going on, um, but you haven't got to jump to like, you know, a white picket fence like straight away, and no one does that, and anyone that does ends up selling it anyway. So let's just enjoy, okay? Go slow, enjoy. What's this person showing up as at the moment? They're showing up as an otter, okay? So playful, childlike, carefree. I think this is like a season to kind of explore, you know, like the way otters move around the woodland and they swim through water, and they're quite simplistic, aren't they? You know, they'll find like the things that they want to eat, and the rest of the time just swimming and enjoying, like just quite carefree. I think that's a dose of something that you really appreciate. A tonic. It's a tonic, isn't it? Yeah, shift your focus, okay? So look away from the big stuff, big heavy problems, and let the little things like soothe, you know? It's very healing to let yourself enjoy the smaller stuff and shift that focus away from the big stuff. Oh my God, we're on track for timing. I cannot believe it. Trust, surrender. Let's have a look. What was the question? How can I deepen my trust right now? Let go of the wheel. Oh, did we have the Wheel of Fortune? We did, didn't we? Oh no, it's the world. It was the world. Let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Today's soul action, let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so you can deepen your trust in others. Oh, when was the last time I danced freely? Okay, so if life's got really heavy lately, dance, because it will shift you into a beautiful state. You've got like, didn't you have shift your focus? Okay, so you can do that with dance. It will get you out of your head and into your body and heart, because fear, lives in the head along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. That's everything we've been talking about. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a charge of joy and confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. Today's soul action: dance for 3 minutes to your favourite song. Notice the inward fire grow within and the feeling you feel being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with dance today. Embodiment. Now unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby stills my pain as the skies bleed for my heart and the embodiment I am to claim. Ooh, that feels like some sort of spiritual awakening, doesn't it? Or ascension, like letting go, like what do you call it? Like an ego death. And we did have like that card, like the Three of Swords reversed. Fertilizing. Food is not the only thing that nourishes you, dear one. Be mindful of what you feed your soul. Okay, so make sure that you're like giving yourself like positive affirmations, that you're thinking positive thoughts, being optimistic. And that's for the cross watcher as well. Stone circle. In ceremony, you conjure devotion so deeply it reflects thy worship into yourself. It is all about like regaining your belief system, you know, where you had lost faith, where you felt down. And again, this is for the cross watcher too. You're going to return to, you know, like enjoying life's sort of mysteries and living in the moment. Cow. May the embrace of all that is nurturing you awaken in all that you are becoming. That's nice. Sea otter. No. Happiness. Oh my god. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. Aww. Oh my god, cute. Yeah, that's so nice. This is going to be a true partnership because those puffins are... There's another card with 2 puffins and it's about being a joy bringer and having a perfect partnership. And this person, this person bringing out like the best in you. They're going to open up that heart chakra again. You're going to become the King of Cups. And they're going to, you know, become like the Queen of Wands. Like you're going to bring that fire out in them. Oh, I love it. I love it. Right, this is the last card because we're going over time now. But it's so nice to get a nice reading for you because I know you've been going through it like the last few months. I know you have. The Star Garden. Plant the seeds of your intentions. The universe will nurture your dreams into a reality. Alright, I hope this resonates. Please give it a like. Wait, do you want me to get a time in for when you're going to hear from this person? That was straight out. April. Something significant in terms of communicating what they want or offering you something that's going to happen in April. Okay, I think you're already in communication with this person. If not, it's very significant, so don't push them away, don't overlook it, don't be angry, or it's a very significant, very strong partnership. Okay, they're all about you. All right, take care. I hope this resonates. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Right, I have to be really mindful of time because I don't want to be late for pottery. I'm going to do 2 signs after pottery as well. I'll do Aquarius and Pisces after pottery. I'm going to try to get Capricorn done now. I wonder what I'm making in pottery this week. We did double walled. What did I do? I probably need to do some trimming this week. I think we might be doing a teapot. Getting a bit advanced now. Not everything I make is advanced, I'll be honest about that. Oh, we did lemon juices. I don't know why. I think because that's like on the way towards making double walled things, and then we did double walled things. I just thought pottery was like cups, bowls, and bottles or whatever, vases. Vases are like curvy vases are like the hardest thing to do. That's really, really advanced. It involves a lot of coning and bellying. Bellying I haven't mastered yet. But they're like the things that I love the most, so I'm gonna have to like practice.